My name is Lungile Mashigo and I'm the head of marketing for Nedbank Private Wealth. I think for me, it would be #breaking barriers, because I've always found myself in a place where I have to make changes when I arrive in an environment and build from, where the organization is to where it needs to be. So I think I've always been one to, to create structures and take a business from 0 or maybe 50 to 100. If I were to have a superpower, it would be time manipulation. And I think it would allow me to balance my personal and professional life. I do have 2 small children. I also obviously work. And it will also allow me to just focus on some of the things that I'm really passionate about. I do a lot of personal finance education work. And that's really my passion. So I think I'd have enough time to do all of the things that I love. I'm definitely a heel girl through and through. I think there's just an element of poise and confidence that comes with you when you are wearing a pair of heels. I feel like you're well put together. I think even if I'm having a crazy day, if the outfit, including the heels, works, then my day seems to get a little bit better. What I would say to my 13-year-old self is speak up more and embrace your uniqueness. I think coming into high school, I think I was in grade 8 when I turned 13. I was a very quiet kid and I often got made fun of for my deep voice. And looking back now, I think my deep voice has really taken me places, right? I'm using it very well in my corporate career. I am using it very well in some of the hobbies that I do, that I have, podcasting, etc. So I do think that if I were to talk to that little girl, what I would say is speak up. Your voice is important and it can be heard. I think that I have changed quite a lot. I think I've also just realized that there's more to me than the professional self, right? So I have now taken a good understanding of self-care and mental health for myself. And I think that's very important, right? Because when you are well, I think you deliver great work and you're able to support the businesses that you do support really well. And over and above the work part, you're able to support your family in a meaningful way when your cup is full. I think I grew up as a quiet kid, as I mentioned, so public speaking was really not a thing for me. I was always nervous of people watching me, if I'm going to make a mistake. But I find myself many years later, having grown into somebody who actually enjoys this, right? I do a lot of public speaking. I do a lot of presentations. So it's something that I was really nervous about at the beginning. But through practice and really pushing myself to do public speaking, I feel like it's really impacted myself and my career in a very meaningful way. If I was not in the banking industry, one thing I'd definitely be doing is something in the creative space, probably fashion or interior design. There's something about, merging creativity and strategy to create something beautiful that I really do enjoy. For me, I think this is the famous answer, right? Oprah Winfrey always features in this list, but for me, it would definitely be Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama, my mom, her late mom, who I've never met, and I guess myself. I think just those conversations would be so enriching. I think these women have inspired me in different ways, and my mom is a fan of both Michelle and Oprah. So I think it would be such a thrilling conversation. And for me, just mentioning my late grandmother, who I never met, I've heard so many stories about her. And I think it would be great to just get to meet her and just see how, she comes to life. I think it was at the beginning of my career and I never really understood it, but it was speak up for yourself and speak up for your work. I think as women, as people, as young people coming into the industry, what we often find or what we often think is that my work is going to speak for itself. And I learned the hard way that your work doesn't have a voice, therefore it cannot speak for itself. Therefore you need to make sure that you surface the work that you do and you highlight the impact that you're making in an organization so that everyone can understand your value. I think that for me, since understanding that, it has taken me and my career to another level. If I were to give a short message to all the women in the world, I would say that you can make an impact. And often we think that an impact has to be large scale, right? I think wherever you are in your little corner, you can make a difference. And whatever you do, make sure that you do it at the best of your ability, because the small things that you do affect people in ways that you can never imagine, right? So everything that you do it with intention and do it with pride, because you are making an impact. And be confident enough to know that and be confident enough to speak up to make that impact.